There we are. We are live. So, hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of HP Critical's Does It Hold Up? I am your host, of course, Brandon, and it's been a long time since our viewers have seen you, but he is back. The wonderful, the great Toby.
Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I'm back for another round of fun gaming.
Oh, yes. And I don't even want to keep the viewers in suspense. You may notice that there's a little bit of a little screen that says new right there. I'm just going to scroll up to that real quick. And yes!
Ah.
Ta-da! Indeed, we are playing Banjo-Kazooie. And the one person who I was hoping would be joining us with the stream as well is currently on the chat. Marissa's here saying she's excited. I am too. Marissa.
Oh, yay. Hey, Marissa.
Marissa, we love you. We're glad you're here to join us for this wonderful stream. Yes, so today we're playing Banjo-Kazooie. Now, this game is so important to the N64 life cycle. The life cycle, the system itself. It feels like everybody that had a Nintendo 64 had it, except for me. I actually only played it. I'll go more into my personal history of the game in a bit, but I only really played it because a few friends had it and I played it with them. And I'll go more into that in a second. But just to talk about how significant.
My God.
Yes, I know. I know.
Blown my mind.
Yeah, I'll explain why that was in a second, as well as my personal history with it. But to suffice to say, this was a very important game in the history of the N64. It came out a little bit after. I'm gonna take a cheat and take a little peek at 1998. Okay, N64 Mario was 96.
I thought it was 97. To be fair, I would have said 97, so I was off.
That was my guess as well. Oh, I know why that wasn't the case, because 97 is when we got Diddy Kong Racing, which I guess I'll go. I guess I'll talk on that real quick. The history, little history of Banjo. I don't want to go too deep into his history because there's a rabbit hole there and a half. But Banjo,
I mean, it's
actually,
got quite a short history, I'd say.
right? But it's his actual debut was actually not in this game, Banjo-Kazooie. He actually appeared in the game Diddy Kong Racing, which came out a year prior. He was one of the racers alongside Conker, who would go on to get his own series as well. And that was kind of like his little debut before his actual game. And then, of course, Banjo-Kazooie came out.
Random.
It was, but players did get a little sneak peek at the bear. Though
I did not even know that myself. I learned something new.
Oh, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach people new trivia.
I didn't mean to derail your history trivia.
Oh no, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. Hold on, I'm just gonna open up my shades a little bit because I realize it's getting a bit dark in the room. Give me one quick second.
Do it.
There we are. Now it's a bit brighter in here. But yes, that's where he made his little debut, and the reason for that was because Banjo-Kazooie was not going to be ready at the time it was supposed to. So they had this little racing game they're working on at the time, and they kind of made it a Diddy Kong Racer so that it would still have mascot characters in it. So it was a little quick measure to make sure that Rare still had a game that would sell well during that holiday period. And then Banjo-Kazooie came out when it was ready, and that was that. But yeah, it's a very important 3D platformer. You know, the original Super Mario 64 set the standard for what 3D platforms would be in N64 and just 3D platformers in general. But I would say Banjo-Kazooie focused things a bit better. It was more of a game that was focused on collecting, but I think that's what the genre needed at the time. In addition to fun platforming, I think it was important to show that these worlds were big and you can collect a whole bunch of different things by exploring these different nook and crannies. It gave you the sense that we're not really restricted by the lateral movement of going left and right anymore. We can go all around. And what do you find when you explore all around? And I think that's what Banjo-Kazooie was meant to do. And for that, it's a very important game. And it's funny. You know, you talk to a whole bunch of people that have PlayStation 1s, and you might get a whole bunch of different answers of what they played. But if you talk to a bunch of N64 players, they might have the same games. And that's, to be fair, due to the more limited library of the N64. But it was for that reason that the kids around the schoolyard or magazines or what have you were sharing what were the really good games, the must-haves, if you will, if you did have the N64 system. And Banjo-Kazooie was constantly on that list. It was just one of those games. I remember a lot of people back in the day would have loved to have Banjo in the original Super Smash Brothers. That obviously didn't come to pass, but we finally got him in the most recent game, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. And, man, it's good to finally have him in there. But before I go any further... Oh, I love it. Oh, goodness. Do you remember Marissa's article on HPCritical on Banjo-Kazooie? Her title was in all caps about how excited she was.
Me and Marissa were literally talking when it was revealed, so I will never forget the moment they revealed Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh my
We were
goodness.
literally, I think we were Skyping or something, but yeah, we were watching the stuff together, and then we were both like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Oh man, I'm envious. Like I was excited for Banjo again, even though I don't have as much personal history with the series. I just know how big of a character he was and how important he is to Nintendo, despite not even being owned by Nintendo for anymore. And that's another interesting thing. Despite this
Hmm.
being one of the quintessential Nintendo 64 games, Banjo is not owned by Nintendo. He is owned by Rareware, and for that reason, unfortunately, there hasn't been a Banjo game since the GBA ones. I want to say because Rare has been since acquired by Microsoft Studios and kind of left to do nothing really. And most of the former staff that worked at Rare anyway have already gone on to move to other studios like Playtonic Studios, who they made Ukulele, which is very much based on the Banjo Kazooie series. You know, out of a desire to make a game that they no longer were able to, and so they did so. And I think that's very cool that they were able to do so. Yes, Marissa was saying
Although
she was in tears.
Microsoft
She was
and
excited.
Nintendo are best buddies now.
Pretty exactly. Oh my god, it's so weird to even think about the
So there's
fact that
still hope. There's still hope.
there definitely is. I I hold on to it
I mean,
constantly.
it's very slim hope, but I still hold on to that hope that we will get a trilogy out of this bear and bird combo yet.
Yes, the three will come out one day. Yes, that would be that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. But oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I also remember that. I guess I'll use this as a little segue to go into your personal history with the series. But I remember back when I, and Marissa wrote for a former website. Both of you had written articles about which one was better, Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie. Where did you stand on again in that?
Banjo-Kazooie. Marissa
That
is Banjo-Tooie, so she
wonderful.
is on Banjo-Tooie's camp. I'm Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, gotcha. So I
Yeah,
hope
so
Banjo
that was a
Tooie.
fun piece.
Yes, she said Tui. Okay, yeah, she's confirming it. Perfect. I hope Tui gets on here too. By the way, I will say that it's wonderful that Banjo Kazooie was able to get onto the Nintendo Switch online service because again, Rare owns this. They didn't have to do this, but they were nice
Hmm.
enough to allow Nintendo to have it the original N64 version on their online service, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think you know most people will argue that the Xbox Live version is the definitive way to play the original, but there's something just I'm sure just so nostalgic about playing the original version that actually has the Nintendo references in there as well. Mercer says Kazoo is great. I love it, but I love Tui, and I get that. So yes, I'm going to use that as a transition to you, Toby. Tell me your personal history of just this game that we're about to play and the series in general, if you'd like as well.
I mean, Banjo-Kazooie is just, ugh, a gem. A gem eternally. Um, yeah, it's just a really good, like, nostalgic trip, really, for me. I did play it when I was a youngster. I guess 98 it came out, so I would have been 10.
Okay.
Yes. Whether I played it in 98 or like a year later, I don't know. But I definitely played it in the N64's life cycle. And it was just such like my favorite things was collecting the Jinjos and like their little noises. They're like Jinjo. um, and yeah, it's just I have such fond memories of the game, and I've played it since even as an adult. Like, obviously, again, I played it on the Xbox Replay collection,
Mhm.
and it just still holds up. Like, it's so good, and not in a to derail the end of the chat, but yeah,
Mhm.
um, it's just a really good platformer, and like you said, it's very iconic and of the era. And I'd so the sequel I never finished because I just never got along with Banjo Tooie as well as I got along with Banjo Kazooie. Can't tell you
Okay.
why because it's pretty similar, apart from they add like weird first person sections which I didn't really enjoy, and
Okay.
there's like it's got a different tone to it. It's like I don't know, something's just different to it that I didn't gel with as much. But I didn't play any of the Game Boy Advance ones. Grunty's Revenge, I think, was one of them.
Yeah. There's a
But
racing
yeah,
game too,
so
Banjo
my
Pilot. But go on.
yeah, that was at Banjo Pilot. Yeah, I remember seeing that on a Google search once and thinking, when did that come out? I didn't even know about Banjo Pilot. But yeah, Banjo Kazooie is definitely just a very fond memory, and also inspired. mine and Marissa's lovely tattoos that we have. Well, mine's on my arm, but hers is on her chest.
Oh, I love
Um,
hearing this.
so yeah, we also have Banjo-Kazooie inspired tattoos, so it definitely means a lot to me. And yeah, it's just yeah, lovely little game. Um, I was going to say something about Banjo's history, something else. No.
Marissa's
So,
also on chat mentioning your matching tattoos.
yay! Yes,
uh,
we do have. Yeah, so Banjo is a very special one for me, and yes, couldn't pass up the amiibo either. Hello, Banjo, still boxed amiibo though.
oh,
For some reason,
love it.
I keep some of them boxed, but I keep a lot of them unboxed. But I have a select few that I just keep boxed for no reason because I probably will never sell them. But hey ho, you know what's going to happen.
Who knows? Most of my amiibo I unboxed, but the only one that I still have boxed is the gold Shovel Knight amiibo because I feel like that one
Oh
might be a bit
yes.
rare. Like I already have the regular Shovel Knight amiibo. I figured if I'm ever going to use the
Mm,
amiibo for their intended purposes, for the games, I can just use the regular one. The gold one is more of a
yeah.
collectible in my mind, but that's the only one I have boxed. Every other one I open because I like having them the nice little display. But yeah,
Hmm.
going back to
Definitely.
Banjo. So here's my personal history with the series and why I haven't played a whole bunch of it, unfortunately. So to explain that, I have to explain why it is that I play so many. Why I'm a Nintendo fan itself. I don't know if you're familiar, but there's a podcast on Game Informer called All Things Nintendo, which is a very Nintendo focused podcast. And a question that the host Brian Shea asks a lot of new guests is, what was the first game that got you into becoming a Nintendo fan? Or you could he asks either what was your first Nintendo game or what was the game that made you a Nintendo fan? And of course, because he's asked that question in nearly every podcast, normally I think to it myself, like, what was the game that got me into becoming a Nintendo fan? If you had to ask me what my first ever Nintendo game was, I don't think I could tell you a solid answer because I don't fully remember. But I can answer what was the Nintendo game that made me a Nintendo fan, and that answer is Super Smash Brothers. And the reason why is because a very good friend of mine that I had back in New York also had a Nintendo 64, and he would show me a lot of the different games that he had, which was a bit different from the ones that I had because I didn't really get a lot of gaming magazines when I was younger. I just kind of with my little bit of game experience, I would just look at stuff that was on the store and think, "Oh, that looks nice. I'll grab that." I really didn't know, but he had a better idea of what were the quality games I would say, and he had Super Smash Brothers. And I remember when he showed me the roster for that game, the only character I recognized was Pikachu, and that's great. And anyone that knows me, knowing how much I'm in love with Nintendo, it's crazy to think of that. Once upon a time, the only Nintendo character I knew was Pikachu, but that's how it was. and
That is crazy.
he went through the story mode, and I was saying, "Oh no, use Pikachu," because that was the only one I knew. But he decided to use Samus, a character I had no idea who this was. And as we started doing matches, I got introduced to the other characters. I got introduced to Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, the works, and that encouraged me in turn to play more N64 games featuring these characters because I wanted to see what they were about. That's how I got into Legend of Zelda. My first one was Majora's Mask, which of course we'll be playing on a future episode. That's how I got to Star Fox 64. The Mario games that are here. Kirby, it's not here yet, but Kirby 64. Paper Mario, that's how I got into all these series. Unfortunately, Banjo was just not among those characters that was in the original Super Smash Brothers, and therefore it kind of passed me by at the time. Like, back in the day, I wasn't buying these games. This was my father buying me these games. So I had a very limited selection of what games I could purchase and buy. And me being so far behind on N64 games, I had to be very careful and pick and choose. It's like, oh, well, that Banjo game looks good. My friend had it, but I could always play it at his house. I want to play Mario. I want to play Zelda. And so, unfortunately, years went by. I managed to get all these other games on N64, and Banjo just pass me by. And then another friend of mine had Banjo, and I played it with a little bit at his house. And even back then, I was realizing, oh, this was a really fun game. I probably shouldn't have gotten this. It's just, it's not out of lack of interest that I never played the Banjo-Kazooie game. Is what I'm saying. It's just that it was a lack of opportunity, lack of time when I was younger. But
It's
now,
circumstantial.
yes, but now, years later, I understand. Like I actually really do enjoy 3D platformers. It's a dying breed, unfortunately. It's by and large, unfortunately, been most likely replaced with the open world games, because when you think about it, that is kind of an evolution of what Banjo-Kazooie was doing. A big open world where you are collecting a whole bunch of things and trying to complete challenges. It's just that most of these open world games have kind of gotten rid of the platforming aspect of it and had you focus more on the exploration portion of it and made the world just bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes it gets to the point where it's not as fun to explore these big worlds because they're so big. I remember Spider-Man on PS4 was the last open world game that I remember just really having fun exploring because it was so fun to do the web swinging. But that's about it. I really haven't enjoyed so many open world games. Oh, and Breath of the Wild, of course, because that was great. But I haven't even collected everything in Breath of the Wild. I've done all the shrines, I've completed the story, and I've done all the DLC. But I haven't gotten every single Korok.
Has anyone collected everything in Breath of the Wild, really?
Only the most hardcore... only the most hardcore...
ones.
Yeah, the crazy ones. The hardcore completionists did, but that's more than I would like to do. I have played Breath of the Wild 1 to, I would say, satisfaction. I've done everything that I had cared to do in that game, and that was still well over 100 hours, so I definitely got my money's worth and then some from that game. But all that to say, all these big open world games I don't think would exist without such games like Banjo-Kazooie. I would say more so Banjo-Kazooie because, again, Super Mario 64 had a lot of 3D exploration, but they were very more focused worlds, where Banjo-Kazooie was more of an exploration focus and exploring. It really was more an exploratory game. And I'm just happy that I'm finally able to take an extended look at this, not just a few minutes here and there from friends, just like really sit down and give this game a proper go. And, we're here to do what the show is called, and does it hold up? We're both going to be coming to this from very different perspectives, of course.
I'll try and put my rose-tinted glasses off.
But it's okay if you don't too, because I think it's very important that we both have our different perspectives. I'm coming this as an almost complete newcomer, and you, of course, adore this game.
Exciting.
Like you said, this is like one of your favorite games. I expect.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Who knows? Maybe by the end, I'll be like, "Wow, I can't believe I never played this game," or I'll be like, "Yeah, I can see how this game could have been fun in the '90s." I'm hoping it's not the latter, but I'm just gonna go in and just I'm gonna speak my heart after playing my bit. So let's, without further ado, what are you gonna say?
You just brought me back you brought back a memory of a time when you were saying about like growing up having video games and obviously not having to buy magazines and reading reviews, and obviously we didn't have the internet as big and broad as it is now.
Right.
Those things weren't as accessible. So like I just had a flashback to, do you remember when you used to just go into a shop and you would just look at a game and you'd look at the front and you'd look at the back and all you had to go by was the description. You had no other judgment. Like,
I remember those days well. And
this looks good. This looks nice. But you literally were just basing it off a couple of screenshots and a generic description.
Absolutely. I remember those days so well, and I'll do you one harder, Toby. Sometimes, depending if I went to a Toys R Us, for example, or KB Toys, sometimes those games would be behind glass shelves. So you didn't even have the benefit of the back of the cartridge to even tell you more. You had literally the front of the cartridge to tell you whether or not you were going to like this game or not, and that was it.
And look at Zelda's bloody front of cartridge. That would be terrible.
Right? Yeah.
You can't get anything from that.
Literally, Toby. If I hadn't played Super Smash Bros. Original, found out that this Link character that I thought was really cool was from this series called The Legend of Zelda, I would never have bought any of these games. Majora's Mask was my first, but it did take me a few years later to get Ocarina of Time. Like, the GameCube was already out by the time I got Ocarina of Time. This was like maybe 2003, 2004.
You went backwards with those two.
I did, because I understood that Ocarina of Time was like the Zelda game that everybody was talking about. And then I got Wind Waker, and my best friend's older brother was telling me, "Oh my God, Wind Waker is a sequel to Ocarina of Time." I was like, "Oh, is it?" I didn't play it at the time. And
that's good. You made your own timeline.
Yeah, right. Oh man! And what's funny too is like I had bought like a strategy guide for the Wind Waker, and the strategy guide for the Wind Waker, the last 10 pages was just like a bare walkthrough of Ocarina of Time as a bonus. So I got to see like screenshots from Ocarina of Time, and I was just like, "Oh, I really want to play this game." It's little me was like, "Oh my God, it's like Majora's Mask but different worlds." That was my perspective. I went reverse, but
It's so cool.
I still adore Ocarina of Time, even though I got to it a bit later than most people, I'd say. But it's still a very good game, and I have not done an episode of Ocarina of Time yet, but that is coming in the future. We have a lot of plans for Ocarina of Time, I'll say, but I won't say too much more than that. But let's go ahead and have a look at the Banjo-Kazooie description. All right, Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my God, that's so weird to read. Xbox Game Studios on a Nintendo system. Oh my goodness, that's so weird. Anyway, released in 1998. The adventures of Banjo and Kazooie begin here. This action game, released for the Nintendo 64 console in 1998, features an unlikely pair, a honey bear named Banjo and a Breagle named Kazooie. Together, the duo embark on a wild quest that makes use of their wide range of combined special moves. It all starts when the Wicked Witch Gruntilda kidnaps Tootie, Banjo's little sister, and Banjo and Kazooie set out to bring her back, venturing from Spiral Mountain along the shark-infested coastline of Treasure Trove Cove, through the icy perils of Free Peak and beyond. With Kazooie spending most of her time inside Banjo's backpack, they're like two heroes in one. Though they may squabble from time to time, with the two of them working together, nothing can stand in their way. Now you can join them on their journey to a magic world adventure. I'm ready to get started. Are you?
I am indeed.
Let's do this thing. So, for the
Free Peak is like my least favourite level, though.
Oh, really? Because I love that song
Just
of Smash
Bros. General tidbit.
Okay, because I love that song of Smash Brothers, like the like it's great.
Oh yeah.
Before it even
It's very jolly.
before Banjo even came to Smash, I remember there was a YouTuber that was using it like for his Christmas video, and then there was like a Christmas video game playlist that I found, and every single one would use Free ZZ Peak because it was such this like. So I've heard that song quite a bit, despite never going to that level. But anyways,
yeah, no, that's fun.
So one last thing before I press the start button. Because of course this is my first time, well, more or less first time playing the game. I'll be taking a bit of a lead here, but of course I will be passing to you from time to time just so you can, remember whether or not you like this game or not, which I bet you will. But
I'm happy for you to take the lead, yes, because you need to experience.
All right, and let's do it. Oh, design for Rumble Pack. Ooh, let's do this thing.
So let me know if my volume's too loud, because I feel like I can't do Banjo without any volume.
Oh, look at this walking N64 logo. Where? Also, I love that you have changed your logo to have... Which villager is that on yours?
I have no idea of the villager. I just liked it because it's a pig. I was like, let me get the pig, thank you. But I don't know who the villager is. I've still got a few more I need to chip off, but I noticed, oh, look at the little froggy. I mean, this scene, you must have seen this scene. This is.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely seen the opening scene. And apologies to everyone watching that the audio is disrupted. And the Nintendo Online is what it is. And then, of course, the big Nintendo xylophone. You're not getting that from the Xbox version. Marissa said that is Gala. The villager's name is Gala.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Marissa.
My favorite villager of all time, Biff, is one of the icons. I already have him. But I figure since they're adding new icons weekly, I'm just changing weekly. So I'm going with the hint toad at the moment for this week.
Yeah, weirdly, the one you've got was literally my icon about 2 days ago.
I love the icons. By the way, if anyone has not experienced if you're a My Nintendo member, I would highly recommend doing those My Nintendo missions to get yourself some cool icons because they're great. And the Platinum Point missions are pretty doable, I would say. I literally played one of them.
Open the game.
Yes, open the game. I literally downloaded the trial version of Monster Hunter Rise so I could play about 10 minutes to get 100 points.
I've also done the same, but I haven't actually played it yet. I figured you could just open the game and shut it again, right? Or do you have to actually play it?
I figure you could probably just open and shut it, but I figure if I'm going to download this game, I might as well play it for a few minutes. It's not that I don't like Monster Hunter Rise, it's just I don't have a time for a game like that, which is the only reason I've never really dived into it. So, I figure I'll do a quick monster mission, have a bit of fun for 10 minutes, and then be done with that. So that's
I
my
tried
plan.
to like Monster Hunter, but I just can't.
Yeah, it's not for
I
everyone.
really wanted to like Rise, but I just no. There's things I just don't enjoy.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Another one
Uh,
of the missions we're still, as of this recording, we're still in the month of March. So if anyone is watching, one of the missions is to play Super Mario Brothers, the original, on the NES service. I think that gets you like 50 points. Um, so what I did was right after our Sword stream that I did with Christy on Sunday, she and I played about like maybe 15 minutes of Super Mario Brothers. Went as far as we could before we lost our lives, and we both got the points. So that was fun. But yeah,
awesome.
let's go ahead and get this started after the next transition. Yep. Okay. Use the control stick to select a game. Oh, I love this. Oh, he's playing a Game Boy.
Mm.
That's so adorable. Wow, what's he play? What does he play on the Xbox version? I wonder. This is what I was talking about. There's so many Nintendo references in this game that's not owned by Nintendo. Like,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what he's playing. I have played the Xbox version, but now you've got me thinking. I don't know what he's playing on the Xbox one. I feel like he was playing the same thing, but maybe he's not.
maybe,
Conflict of interest.
perhaps.
Um, have you played ukulele, by the way?
I haven't. I figured, and the
Oh.
reason why I have not is because I figured, well, this is a very much an homage to Banjo, and I really not haven't put too much time into Banjo, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to fully appreciate what the game is doing. I figured when the
Mm,
day came that I actually got around to doing Banjo and Banjo-Tooie, that would be a good time to dive into ukulele, so I could really appreciate, what that game is trying to do.
mm. Ukulele, the first one, is a lot more difficult than
Mm,
Banjo-Kazooie, I'd say. It
right.
follows exactly the same sort of frame, but it's definitely harder.
Hmm.
There's so much stuff to collect as well.
Oh man,
Good old Gruntilda.
I love the sound effects while they speak.
Yeah, it's like Simlish, but
Hmm.
Banjo-Kazooie's version.
This goopy dialogue. And I just love how every single item needs to have these little googly eyes.
Hmm. Yeah, everything is lovingly designed.
There goes Matilda. And her broomstick with the googly eyes and mouth.
Oh my god, this audio.
That
The audio
that
is such
his
like,
his name is Bottles, right?
yeah, Battles the Mal.
Oh, the cameras are blocking the subtitles. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
I
I'm gonna
hate
see if
that
it's
the
better.
music
I'm gonna
sounds
see if it's
like
better
this.
on this side.
I'm like, the music is such an integral part to this game.
It's fortunate that like a lot of these I have heard in the past, but yeah, I do know what you
Oh,
mean.
good, good.
Like I've seen it's been a very long time, but I have seen the beginning of the intro of this game.
Hmm.
No, I'm still blocking it. Darn it. I don't know if there'll be like a good place to have the. We'll have to be end up like being like real small on the screen for it to work. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I think I remember reading somewhere that this was that having this like gibberish dialogue was intentional. That they were able to do like actual voice acting for the game, but they wanted to have a bit more charm to it.
Hmm. I love that he's also just got a random picture of his sister on his bedside table.
He loves his sister, I suppose.
As you do, yeah.
That picture on the wall almost looks like if Banjo was like a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. It's got Donkey Kong Country vibes.
It does. Mercy says Banjo's a deep sleeper, man.
He is.
Hey, I'm finally in control. Okay, let's see how the jump is.
Are you using your N64 one?
I am.
Yay.
Okay, got a little crouch here. Let's see. Can't walk while doing the crouch, it looks like. Just playing around with the buttons a bit. Okay, so I have a walk and I have a crouch. Let's go this way. Bottles! And Bottles, the short-sighted mole. I'm Banjo, and this here's my buddy Kazooie. Strange-looking buddy Banjo. Can it talk? Better than you can, Goggle Boy. I love how sassy she is. Oh no. Calm down, Geeky. Oh my goodness.
No, all the glasses are just revolving around his eyesight and specs. Poor Bottles.
So training before we go up there.
Oh.
Press A if you want me to teach you some basic moves. Or press B if you think you're already good enough. No, I definitely need to know some moves.
I think he goes well basic. Like, A is to jump. You can move your camera.
Explorers, look out for my molehills. Stand next to them and press B to call me. See you soon. Okay. Let's find the molehills. I see a molehill.
Molehill number 1.
Go! Anyone home? The camera controls, okay. They're on the yellow C buttons. Okay, right as I figured. That's nothing special. Try this then, Beaky. Tap R to move the camera behind Banjo. Is that a worm breath? What is this? Keep the camera behind your feathery butt. Try it out. I'll see you at the next molehill. Okay. Some basic camera stuff here. Not bad. And if you hold R, it just stays behind him always. Ooh, that can get dizzying though. Ba-ding! Okay, let's see. Your jump could do with some help. What do moles know about jumping? More than you. Press A to jump and hold it to jump higher. Come on, Feathers. You can give him a hand. Alright, I look silly, I know it. Jump and press A again in the air for a double jump. Nice. That's it, we're ready to move on. Not until you learn this one. First, you must stand like this. What? Glasses and a silly grin. I'm not listening. Hold Z, then press A for the mighty flap flip jump. Ooh, that's a big jump.
It is. It's a handy jump.
It's all the jumps. Keep practicing. Ooh.
It's really satisfying when you do that and you sort of fall off the edge. Because it still carries on with the action.
I wonder. Let's see here. I got something.
Yay, honeycomb.
I'm an extra honeycomb piece. Collect 6 of us to increase your energy bar. That's what I'm talking about, man. They all have the googly eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Okay, so we got some jumping down. That is a bit of a satisfying jump there, I see.
One of the best sound effects as well.
How about this molehill? Fancy learning to swim underwater? Sure. Ooh, sounds difficult. I'll get my fur wet. Come on, Banjo, I want to swim. Spill the beans, Specky. Use the controls to swim on the surface. Swim underwater, press B to dive. Go on, give it a try. Swimming. Oh, camera. While underwater, Banjo can press A to kick his legs. And the winged wonder can press B to use her wings. Ooh, I found a thing.
Secret honeycomb.
Ooh. Oh boy. Not the best swimming controls, unfortunately. At least while you're stuck with there.
Yeah, small spaces are not your friend. Or small underwater spaces.
Alright, so that's his house over there. So let's see. What else can we explore in this Spiral Mountain area? Dun, 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 dun. How about we search this area over here? Ooh, platforming. Oh no!
Oh, so close.
Well, while we're in this water, let's see what's around here. Doesn't look like anything. This water looks pretty good for its era, actually.
All I can think of now, when I see N64 water, is the water temple, everyone kicking off about water in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, yes. Ah, you can't kick off from the you can't do a double jump from the flip kick jump. I see.
No, just a single use.
So I have to.
No chaining, no chaining.
No, I see. It's okay. I'm gonna give it one more go, I think. Oh, my momentum was scuffed. Hold on, I can do this. I can do this. Momentum.
Yeah, you can definitely go across. You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. I must believe in myself.
Yes, you must. You must.
Okay, we can do this. This one, regular. Oh my god!
You did it again. Every
I did
time.
it. It's my momentum, man. I can do this. I can do this. I also got to remember that by holding the button, I get a little bit of a longer jump there. Okay. Oh my god! I couldn't even make the first one. I got overconfident. I thought, oh, maybe I don't need a second jump here. I can do it. The honeycomb piece will be mine. Okay. Okay. Back up a little bit. Yes! We're here.
Yay!
Ooh, there's something else over there. An extra life? Ooh.
Yeah.
Look out for me. I'm an extra life. They talk. Everything
Yes,
talks in this
indeed.
game.
I know. Back when games had lives as well.
Yeah, I don't miss that. Alright, let's see what Bottles has to say about this. Hey, Banjo! I hope you're not afraid of heights. I'm not. Tell me about flying, Root Muncher. Not yet. Banjo, jump onto a tree, then use the control stick to climb up or down. Okay, that looks like a nice tree to climb. You'll find plenty of other things to climb. That's pretty cool. Well, there's a spiral mountain over there.
There's a big old dirt patch.
Oh man, and there's some rocks with ice. Oh, that's intimidating, actually.
Oh, giant balls of chocolate.
My beat bar attack needs the help of old chicken legs. At least I've got some legs, short stuff. Hold Z, then press B for a powerful beaky barge. Oh, I see. See, Banjo? She is useful for something. I'm trying this move out on you next time, next jam jars. Dang, we're just murdering these boulders.
I know, I was going to say the poor rocks with eyes.
Ooh, look what we have
Ah,
here.
we got...
Dun, 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 dun. I don't think there's any other tutorials to find, so I guess we head over to the Spiral Mountain itself.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Ooh, this is a spiral.
Oh yeah, that is a literal spiral mountain.
Hey, Bottles. Hey, where are you guys going? We're off to whack the witch and rescue Tootie. You haven't learned all the basics yet. She'll kick your butt. You can try, the old hag. The bridge is broken. I'm not fixing it until you learn all the moves. Come on, Kazooie, let's go and find the ones we missed. Which ones did I miss? Whoa!
It's good that you fell in the water there.
Is there fall damage?
There is.
Oh.
Especially if you fall from a really high height.
Oh, hey, there might be something up there. Oh, hey, there is something up here. I'll learn here. Banjo, it's time for you to learn the claw swipe attack. What is it? I must know. Simply press B when standing still or moving slowly. Sounds good. What can I try it out on? Well, how about bird brain? Just try bottle boom. Only kidding. Let me find something with a challenge. Ah,
And
there's
naturally,
Topper.
obviously a carrot with eyes.
Whack him, Banjo. Okay, so it has to be walking over your soul. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Wow,
Poor
nice
carrot.
one. Try another. Hey, I want some moves. Now try my fearsome forward roll. I want to learn to fly now. Roll by running and pressing B. I'll see if I can find ball for you to practice on. Oh, that's a useful move.
Little onion. Poor onion.
Stop rolling. I feel sick. It's time for the buzzer to learn a trick. It had better be a good one, Squinty. Try out the rat-a-tat by jumping and pressing B in the air. Now, where's Collywobble? Oh. Ooh, that's a move.
I love how Collywobble is always just weirdly floating.
Yeah. Give me another bogey bug.
I'm gonna go with Bog Eyes, but
Yeah, I think
bogeys can be good too.
that's it. You've learned all the basic moves. Meet me at the top of the spiral mountain, and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, back to the spiral mountain we go. Is there anything else in the house? There's like a cave next to the house. You know what? I'll just head to the top of the mountain then. Oh hey, enemies are populating now. I'm sticky, tasty honey energy. Oh, I'm at full health. We're okay. I just gotta find that bridge. Oh, I see it now.
I was wondering how long you were going to be until you started changing the camera. I was like, what is this camera with you facing forward?
It's like, oh, I know the area well enough. I'll be fine.
The poor cauliflower always reminds me of bones, and it's like makes me sad. The animation of when it shatters, it just looks like little bones.
Oh, it does. I suppose Rare was always preparing to make their Banjo game even from this point. Well done, guys. You're ready to tackle the witch now. Alright, let's beat her up. We sure are. Show us the way, Bottle Boy. Wow, this game's quick. Full playthrough, I see.
Yeah, that's it. Straight to Gruntilda at the end.
Alright. Now I know why you like this game so much. It's short and sweet. In we go.
Also, why is he so close to Gruntilda's lair as well? Like, why did he choose this house?
I don't know. It depends on who builds first, I suppose.
True. Gruntilda could have edged her way in.
You fag. My brother will come and kick your butt. Rescue you, he will not dare. There's so many dangers in my lair. Oh god, I just realized she like rhymes. Push that switch. I'm tired of being an ugly witch. Yes, Mr. Grunty. Power is on. Soon be ready. Oh no, we gotta save Tootie.
I like this fade out. It feels like a episode of some program.
Oh dear, look at this Super Mario 64-esque.
Yes, a painting. Painting indeed.
Ah, I had to try. Oh, where do I...
Oh god.
Is that a Jiggy?
It's your first Jiggy.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Jiggy. Now go on and find a picture with a piece missing.
Go.
Go.
The sound effects in this game are just like every single one is so memorable.
I remember. I recognize that music. That's when Banjo wins a match in Smash. I'm like, oh, so when he gets a Jiggy, that's nice. This
Yes,
is the first
Jiggy.
world, Mumbo's Mountain. To open the door, you'll need to find the jigsaw picture with an image of this area on it. Look around. Oh, can't be far away. Oh, well, that looks like to the next area. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to stop Gruntilda. Let's go beat her up.
You may struggle to get up there at this stage.
Gotta go beat her up. No, we gotta beat her up though.
Computer says no.
Hold on, I just gotta employ some speedrunning tactics. All right, I'm gonna give this slope the what for. Oh, darn you, Gruntilda! You foiled me again with your slope.
I enjoy the persistence.
I had to give it a go. All right, let's go this way. Here we go. To enter the world shown on the picture, you must fill in the missing spaces with the jigsaw pieces. We got the first jigsaw piece, Goggle Boy. Great. To fill in the missing spaces on a picture, press A. If you don't want to use any jigsaw pieces, press B to leave. How bright they are, your stupid shorts. A target for my dumb cohorts.
I love the rhyming.
It's great. That's it. The picture's complete. And the door to Mumbo's Mountain. Oh my god, there's a big sign and everything. Such an easy fit. The others may just test your wit. Then we go to Mumbo's Mountain. There are 3 new moves to learn in this world. Find my molehills, and I'll explain. Oh no. Take that. Alright, let's go this way.
There's a Jinjo.
Oh, I better use my special jump for this one. Yippee! You saved me! Gruntilda has imprisoned 5 of us Jinjos on each world. Free us all to get a Jiggy. Oh no. Things a bit slippy, huh? Find me, and I'll teach you how to get up there. Steep slopes. What the? I found something.
You picked that up, yeah.
Musical notes. Oh dear. I'm a note. 1 of 100 of each world. Collect us to open the note door. Look at all this stuff.
They're very treacherous stairs with no barrier.
Indeed, indeed. Oh dear.
No handrail either.
Oh no, look at these giant ants. I don't like them. Don't like them one bit. Alright, ants. You look quite mean. I'm gonna have to deal with you. Oh my god. The way they break apart.
I know. It's
Oh
terrifying.
my god. Oh, I'm gonna have to go this way now. I don't want to hurt these ants, even though they're quite mean. I will spare them today. Okay, let's see if we... This is where I started?
Yeah, that is where you started.
Okay,
Don't-
okay.
If you stand on the pad, you go out of the level.
Okay. Ooh, I see another, Jinjo. Oh. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I saw something. I saw some musical notes. Okay, come on. How'd I miss that one?
I know, it's so annoying when that happens. Just the one.
Go, Kazooie. Swim us faster. Uh-oh. Whoop. Got a bit of lag here.
I know, I was like, oh my god, does it break?
I like this underwater version of the song that plays. It's like a bit softer compared to the regular. Is there anything else up here? I can see how you get addicted to this. This is like, it's so much fun exploring these areas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotta make sure I'm holding my controller correctly. I've been holding it diagonally and that's been messing up my movement.
Oh. Diagonally? Like, how are you holding it diagonally?
I've been holding it kind of like to the side because of the way the N64 controller is. My hands are quite big, so...
Wait, are you
when
not holding... Do you not hold the middle? The middle...
That's what I'm doing, yeah. Yeah, I'm holding the middle.
Oh,
But
okay.
the
I thought you had
problem...
it to the two edges. I was thinking...
Oh, no. I'm using the stick, but the problem is... Let me see if I can explain it best. Is like, is because my hands are kind of big, is like when I put it in between the ridges, it's a little uncomfortable, so I'm like... So the problem is I was kind of holding it just ever so diagonally, so my hands got a little more room, and it was like touching the left side. But if I do that, then that means I'm holding his stick. The direction is going the wrong way, so I have to like be careful not to do that. So I'm trying to I'm trying to fix my grip now. It's a lot harder with this controller because when I was a kid and had smaller hands, this wasn't an issue. Now I have to like watch my posture, just kind of like my hand posture.
Yeah.
Are you a friend or foe?
Trouble with...
Okay, go away. Leave my honeycombs alone.
It gives you like 3 honeycombs if you bash it, basically. So if you're low on health.
Oh man, we
You
killed them for
wasted the
honeycombs.
poor honeycombs. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, don't try and kill that one. You can't kill it.
What?
It's just a avoid enemy.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Such a slow.
Some really janky looking stairs as well.
They did. Oh, I didn't want to hurt you, Anne. But, oh, never mind. If you're going the other way, then I will spare you. Well, what do we have here, then? We're the eggs. Kazooie can learn to use us as ammo. Uh-oh.
Which, if you've used on Smash Brothers, may give you a clue as to how.
Yes. You must for 10 of us on each world. We'll help you progress through the witch's lair.
And yes, you have to watch and celebrate and every time.
I'm okay with that. When you're ready to leave this world, return to the start area and stand on the exit pad.
Which was also the entrance pad.
Oh! Whoa! It almost fell off. Crystal skull.
Mumbo jumbo.
Ah! Missed it. Ooga, ooga. You Mumbo's talking. Use for Mumbo's magic. Oh, hey, a molehill. The Talon Trot will let Kazooie tackle steep slopes with the ease. That sounds useful. How does she do it? Marissa's like, yes, get addicted to Banjo. We'll see. Oh no! The left button, continue to hold Z while moving Kazooie around with the control stick. Go practice. Your energy is a little low. I'll fill it up for you.
That was random.
Wait, how is it?
You can jump while you're using it basically.
Oh, using what?
Is it Z and B? No, that would be rat-a-tat-tat, won't it?
Hey,
You can do it just on the floor basically.
Can you tell me again, man? The bottles. Hold C, then press the left C button. Okay, left C button.
Oh, okay.
Continue to hold Z while moving to Kazooie.
It's basically a quick run.
There it is.
And you can jump and stuff and wander up cliffs.
Right, back up the camera a little bit though. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh god.
Drunk Banjo.
Oh my god. Come on, I can do this. Good. Come on. Gotcha. Now I can conquer those slopes. Alright, take this, ants. Oh, a 2-for-1.
Their eyes just filling around.
Oh, hey, an area. Hey, ugly! No bears allowed in Ticker's the tower. Oopsie. Oh, hey, okay. Let's see what we have to do here. Aha! Oh! Whoa, I almost fell though. Wait, what? That. Okay, so not that slope? Did learn another move to go there?
You may have to retreat and come back at a later time.
No, I'll teach you Ticker's Tower. Okay, the ant remains still remain.
Yeah.
Okay, what lies up here? Take that. Ah! My nose itches. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, this seems like a pretty simple area. So, I'm going to let you have a little bit of a turn for maybe a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Go for it.
I don't know what I'm playing on the Pro Controller, so let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, this. Wow, okay. Right, not that one. Right, that's that one. That's that one. Okay. Oh, why have I gone so close?
My friend George is here. He's saying, "Hey, Banjo, a classic." Indeed, indeed.
Yay. Uh, I cannot work out how to do anything. Oh no,
What are you trying to do right now?
the oh wait, have we? Oh no, okay, we've not learned it. Oops. Oh God, this is hard. I can't. I can't. I literally don't know. But that's what I wanted. Right.
Okay, okay.
Oh, the camera's really weird. Like,
Does the right stick not move
yeah,
the camera free on the Pro controller? Ooh, I
yeah, but
see it.
also the left, like the Y button, also moves the camera, so it's really
Oh, ooh, I see a
weird.
molehill.
Oh, I'll go do your molehill. I know
Oh
what
yeah,
it's going to give me because it's what I
yeah.
was trying to do.
Let me go ahead and get
You
this
do,
tutorial real
yeah.
quick. I call this the Beak Buster. Jump into the air, then press Z to send Kazooie slamming hard down to the floor. I don't like the sound of that, Banjo. Get used to it, Nest
Oh
Girl.
God.
You'll be using it a lot. Ooh. It's like a ground pound then. I wonder, is it? Ooh, it's exactly what I thought it was.
That's what I was trying to do when I was up there, but I hadn't even got it.
You collected enough notes to break the first note door spell.
Yeah, you think 100's a lot of notes when you read it, but then like you start doing them and they all add up really quickly. It
Yeah,
doesn't feel like a lot when you're collecting.
I'm kind of noticing that as I go. It's just like, okay.
This is the first world is very much eases you in though, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
Some of the
hey,
other
friend!
worlds aren't as contained.
Okay. Okay. Oh, hey!
4 out of 5 gingers.
Almost. Oh, I just gotta get that. Extra life. Woo! Yeah, huh? Okay, now I just gotta grab this. Yeah!
That's an easy win.
Huh? Oh, nothing up here.
Just a lonely skull.
It seems so. Oh, hey, I forgot one. Okay. A Jiggy!
I think that's 3, isn't it? 3 out of 10 on that world? Yeah, 3.
Uh-huh. We Juju Bubbles told him, feed us with nice blue stones. Okay, let's go in here. Ah, can I go in there though? There we are then. Here, I'll give it back to you a little bit. I just want to do that tutorial.
I'll collect some notes for you. Oh, don't wake up yet.
You Bubble, the shaman, all game. Can help Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, hot boy. Mumble's magic tokens hid by which find tokens and Mumble help. Banjo not got enough tokens for Mumble magic. Look at sign. Bring more.
Well, I may just do that. Nope. Ah. I keep forgetting what my buttons are to flip flap. I literally can't do it. Is it this one? Yeah.
Oh, hey, I see something up there.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Oh. Wow.
So, some eggs. And... eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're one short. We're one short.
It's probably up in that slope that I didn't go to yet.
There is also one other plate. Where do you want me to go? Do you want me to go down here?
Oh, it's okay. It's up to
I don't
you.
want to.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, I see a Jiggy.
There's an easy jiggy. I'll get that. Oh, this camera. uh, I can't.
Uh-huh.
I might as well carry on collecting these notes. Oh, oh, oh. I feel really frantic in the way I'm, because my camera control is not great right now. I'm like, ah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
oh,
there's three more.
oh, where am I going? Do, do, do. I will
Go,
take you
Kazooie,
to
go.
where, I will take you to where you need to be, and then, yes. No, didn't want to do that. Oh, that's how you go down.
The fish.
Oh.
Ah, yes, past the
Yeah,
bowl.
half
Oh,
the,
hello. What is
oops.
that over there?
Alright, didn't expect him to just ram me in the face.
This Congress tree. Me hit bear with oranges.
Basically, you got to make him hit the orange patch.
Don't catch
Fine.
Congress.
Oh, I thought I've moved too early. I've not got those sound orders, I can't tell. Oh, two.
Grr, clever bear, find Congress gold.
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
And there's a little monkey.
Oh, aren't they adorable? Chimpy
Chimpy
hungry.
hungry.
Wants orange now. Feed Chimpy. Hey, that Congo's orange. Put it back.
No. Even the orange has eyes.
Oh dear. Oh, Chimpy like Congo's orange. Chimpy help Fat Bear. Bird.
Road.
Ooh, Jiggy. Ooh, I see a molehill up there.
Yes. This,
Uh-huh.
I'll let you do the molehill. Let me just grab these eggs.
Sure.
Actually, let me grab this as well. No, actually, let me not do that.
Be safe here. Bear can't hit Congo.
There you go.
Alright, let's do this thing. Marissa, they're just giving out Jiggies. Jiggy bargains.
The jiggies seem really easy at the beginning.
Time for the buzzard to learn the ancient ways of the egg. I'm listening, Beetle Breath. Hold C, then press the top C button to shoot an egg out of your mouth. Hey, sounds cool. Anything else? Or press the bottom C button instead. You can shoot them out from behind. Sheesh, sounds painful. I wish I'd never asked. Bird Brain can carry 100 eggs in her backpack. Oh, and you can also use the control stick to aim while you are crouching. Oh, exciting, huh? Now that you've learned to use the eggs, here's 50 to practice with. Your energy's up. Whoa, Banjo, there's nothing more I can teach you on this world. Ooh, hey, I found a thing. Okay, let's get a running start there. Whoa. Okay. What is that? Oh! I can get up there now. I love how that Conga is making Donkey Kong-esque sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to hurt that. Oh no! I'm gonna teach you a lesson that you won't soon forget. Oh, you can do a first person.
Hmm. And
Your egg hurt, Conga. Oh god. Oh, Conga, good shit. Oh god. Ugh. Bear beat Conga. Me give prize to bear. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Huh? Oh, so Conga's being bad again.
I will, just as a heads up, I'll have to cut my banjo in reviewing short not very long ago. I
Okay,
had
we can.
COVID this week, so I'm a little bit run down.
Oh
I
dear.
feel
Okay.
super sleep.
Okay. I think we've got a pretty good idea of what we're doing. I think the last thing I'm going to do is let's go talk to Mumbo, see what his magic is all about, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and give our review.
Go for it.
Let's do this. Actually, we can speed this up a bit. I went the wrong. I pressed the wrong button.
I know that is a godsend, that little move.
I did it wrong though, so therefore. Okay, here we
Also
go.
really weird that like the honeycombs still stay there, because that like never happens in games now.
Yeah,
Or
it
even
really
then,
is.
they used to like flash for a while and then vanish in like other games, like collectibles like that, or health pickups, I should say.
Ah, Banjo has plenty tokens. Stand on skull and press B to see my G-Mundo magic. Oh. Whoa! What?
Not to
Oh!
reality.
Oh! What? Huh? Mumble magic free to change back. You come when ready. Termite bit small, but not bad for first spell. Mumble practice needed.
Hmm.
I'm a termite. Oh
It's
dear. So I'm assuming that means I can finally go into that tower now.
yeah, you got it.
I gotta see what that is real quick. Oh, and also I guess that totem wants eggs, right?
That may be correct. I don't want to be spoiling.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun, I will say.
Make sure you create a suspend point.
Oh, hey, what?
Apart from that weird janky angle, yeah, the
Ah, no double jump. Oh, hello. Oh no. By the way, how's the? Okay, I can save and quit at any time. Alright, let me see if I can get to the top of this tower, and then we'll call it.
yeah. If you save and quit in a level, it basically will just save everything, but you'll respawn at the start of the level when you next go on.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm here. Hey, hello, friend. Hey, where did you get those shorts? I want them. Oh. It's gonna hurt me. I gotta be careful. Ah!
Oh, that was lucky.
Eggs. Give me that cool backpack or else. They're such bullies, they are.
They are. They are very bullyish ants.
Oh my goodness, gotta be careful not to fall from here.
I know, if you fell off now, I'll be like, oh my god.
Well,
There we are.
I think that's... but I didn't even press that. Okay, there we go. I'll make a suspend point here. Let's see if I can get a spot for it.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Banjo-Kazooie now that we've spent a good amount of time revisiting it. Okay, so I'll let you go first because I'm curious. I mean, you played it, you touched it a little bit today, but you mostly were just seeing and just remembering things. So, as someone that adores this
Yeah.
game,
Mumbo.
seeing it now, how are you feeling?
Yeah, still very good. It will, yeah, I still think it's really good. I think it holds up. There's probably elements to the Switch version that are a little bit difficult through playing on that Pro controller. That wasn't the smoothest transition.
Right.
The controls are a little bit dated, probably. That's the one drawback. With the camera maneuvering, the way it does it in chunks is not ideal. But in terms of the game and the gameplay, yeah, I think it holds up. Like you said, it laid the blueprint for a lot of stuff that you see or have seen over the years, post Banjo.
Right.
And I just love that style of game where you have collectibles in each world and you've got like multiple different collectibles, and like when you unlock ability A, you can go back and do this, and then you unlock ability B, and like that unlocks this area. I like that aspect of platforming games in general and like 3D adventure games.
Absolutely.
Um, so I think, yeah, it still holds up. And to be fair, if you're playing on an N6 with an N64 pad, I'm kind of jealous. I'm not. I want an N64 pad.
I'm gonna comment about that in just a second, but I will say that Marissa has thrown out some very, very nice emojis there. I think she's happy with what happened, with what you have said. So I think I'm gonna please her even more. I had a really good time with this game. I really did. Now that I've gotten like some extended time with the game to really feel like it, I had a great time. I'm gonna get the only real negative out of the way first is that, and this is not a negative specifically to Banjo Kazooie. This is just a negative that unfortunately is, you mentioned it a second ago. That's kind of adherent. That's kind of adherent to the whole N64 on Switch thing, where I've said this on previous episodes, but this N64 controller is a very unique controller. There's nothing quite like it, and developers realize that and develop their games around the weird shaped controller in terms of where you're pressing the buttons and whatnot. And with that being said, because these are original ports of the N64 games, it will naturally be a deterrent if you're playing on anything but the N64 controller. You know, in the past episode, I had Abram Buner on, where he and I played Star Fox 64. He said it's his favorite game of all time, and I know that means he's very good at it, and he said as much. But he was not having a really good time with this version. Not because there was any problems with the port itself. It was just that the controls were weird, and he kept getting tripped up by it, and it was making him do a lot worse than he typically would. There are very few games. Well, not very few. I think it's about half and half if I'm looking at the list. If I'm being frank, some games are fine even if you play them on like a Switch controller or a Pro controller, and some are just so built for that N64 controller that you have trouble. We even had Jarrell. He played Super Mario 64 and he was having some issues because he was playing it handheld on Switch for that episode. So it really just depends on the game. But I do feel like your experience to that effect that Banjo-Kazooie is unfortunately one of those games that is going to be affected if you don't have the N64 controller. I really wish that wasn't the case. I really wish that more of these games had more universal controls, that you could play them with a Pro controller or Joy-Cons or what have you, and have a comfortable experience playing them. But this does seem to be another game where your experience will be best if you are playing the N64 controller. And so therefore, I had a very good time with it. And I will say that This is an option, of course, if you have a Switch to play this on Switch. But I will also reiterate that if you have an Xbox system, there are two ways to play this game. You can either play this available on the Rare Replay, or you can play this. You can just, I think you can just get the 360 Xbox version as well, like without getting the whole Rare Replay as well. I think those are both options. And if you think that control is going to be an issue and you have an Xbox system, that might be the way to go because I think they did add some quality of life to make it preferable in that version. But those that preference aside about Banjo-Kazooie itself, yes, I I really did enjoy this game. I think yeah, I'm gonna say it does hold up. I was having a lot of fun with it. The worlds were colorful and fun. There were a lot of collectibles, so if that's not really your thing, that might be a deterrent. But even as someone like me who does get intimidated by collectibles, I was just having fun because all the collectibles really are is an excuse to explore the big world that's around there. You're rewarded for finding these little hidden little nooks and crannies, for performing these more difficult jumps, for learning all these new moves and stuff like that. And you know, the game doesn't say here's all these moves in one shot. No, I love the fact that they're giving to them to you piecemeal. That okay, here's your basics that Bottles the Mole is going to teach you, and then here's your next world. Here's some new moves that Bottles can teach you. By that point, you've already solidified the basics, and now you're learning new moves. And then you go to another world, and you'll learn some even learn more new moves as well. It encourages you to return to the past worlds in a very Metroid style, where now you have these new moves. What can you do past there? Like I hit that Gruntilda picture, and the Jiggy appeared on top of that mountain. So now that I have the whole Kazooie move where she can go up slopes, I can go back there up the mountain and go get that Jiggy later. So I love that aspect of it. That it doesn't overwhelm. It has a lot of moves, but it doesn't overwhelm them with you. Overwhelm you with them. I'm sorry, my sentences are all over the place, but you know what I'm saying. That you get them little by little and just encourage you to explore more in the world. And Marissa's saying, "I'm glad you liked it." I really did. I really enjoyed it. It is what I thought it was going to be. I understand why people love this game so much, and I do want to play more of it when I can because I just want to see more of this world, see more of the story and the quirky characters. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it 100% holds up. I get it. I totally get it. Even in a world where platforming games and 3D games are evolving, this game is still very, very special. This is a treat. This is a gem. This game. I get why it has inspired so
They
much.
don't make games like them anymore.
No, they don't, and they're trying to. There's a
Or
few.
they did, and then they got moaned about it with ukulele. So
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah.
I suppose they're certainly getting they're certainly getting rare. I think. No pun intended there. But there's a lot less games that are of this caliber that exist. And even if they do come out, it's hard to get it right. It's hard to get the right balance of the collectathon going because I can absolutely see how that could get tiring after a while. But I think at least from the little bit that I played, it felt like the right balance. This is 100% a game I would have enjoyed if I had actually played it when I was little, and I won't pretend that I don't regret that a little bit. But I can, but it's on Switch now. I can play it whenever. I do have an Xbox as well. I also have the options to that for the ability to play that version as well. So I have ways to play this game now with ease, and I'm going to take advantage of that at some point because it is something that I want to see through to the end. But if I'm being honest, all the games that I have in my backlog, what I think was really going to motivate me to like really go finish Banjo Kazooie is them announcing Banjo-Tooie is coming to Switch, and I have no doubt that's going to happen at this point because if they got Kazooie, then surely there shouldn't be any issue getting Tooie on here, and maybe some of the other rare
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, maybe they'll get
And
some of the other. Hopefully, what?
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to keep interrupting. I was just going to say that might be the time that I finish 2E as well, finally.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'd never finished 2E, so that will give me an excuse.
absolutely.
I think as well, though, like what you were saying about open world games are being the new platformers of our generation, this generation.
Right.
It's probably true, but also I feel like there could be trends always change, gaming trends always change, same as fashion,
Constantly.
music, whatever. They could totally come back around. I can imagine old school platformers of this style coming back in at some point. That's my hope anyway, because then we get more, and that's my favourite style of 3D platformer.
Absolutely. Oh, and I don't think Marissa heard you earlier when you had mentioned it, but she's asking that if you didn't finish Tui.
No, Marissa, I did not finish 2E. Like, no, I just didn't get on with it. I even tried it again, I think, on the Xbox version, but yeah, I don't know what it is about the sequel. It just doesn't grab me as much as the original.
Normally I don't
But I will
comment.
do my if it comes to Switch, I will finish it. That is my promise to you.
So
It
two
is now
things.
live and recorded. I will
Live and
finish
recorded
Banjo too.
when it comes to Switch. He has it right on here live on
Yeah,
stream.
when it comes to Switch, I
You
will
can
finish it.
you can pull out this footage. So Marissa
Yeah.
has the side eyes, which I think is very appropriate for the stream since so many characters had those googly
hmm
eyes. And also she said, "Did I not know this about you?" I guess she didn't. I guess she didn't
Uh,
know that you never finished Tui. Maybe if you know she
next,
was
I'm
a
going to be
she.
telling you our. No, go, 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 go. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say there's like she was of course on Team Tui while you were on Team Kazooie. So maybe there's her argument there about like maybe there's something at the end of Tui that changes things. I don't know. That's a discussion for you two to
Yeah,
have, I
maybe.
suppose. I suppose you two can have that
Hmm.
discussion, and then
I don't
maybe
know.
one day I'll be able to have that discussion when I've done both games. But I still gotta get through this one though, and then go from there.
Yeah, I would highly urge you to keep it up. It's good. It's good fun. Even if you
I,
chip away at like half an hour every week or something.
no
Like
doubt.
it's not a particularly once you've got through some of the worlds, it's not a particularly long game for today's standards by any shout.
Surely, yeah. But I will say though, again, going back to that earlier point, it's probably not a game I'm going to be playing handheld too much because this game really does fit. It is one. It is definitely one of those games made for this controller. I feel so. It'll be like a
hmm
game that I play. When I'm on my when I'm on playing docked. I think while the games are
hmm
made for Switch and therefore made for the handheld systems and there's for us to perfectly fine. But yeah, I think yeah, I see myself going through it again. Tui's announcement will probably motivate me to really speed up if I'm dragging my feet, which I predict that might be the case. But I will get to it.
Hmm.
I really did have a blast with this game. There are a lot of variety of
Good.
N64 games. Like they're coming out once a month, but I think sooner rather than later we will get Tui. I feel we got F-Zero X this month. If I had to make a prediction, I think Kirby 64 might be next month because Forgotten Land is coming out this month, and then people are like, ooh, Kirby, hey, that's fun, and then they'll see Kirby 64. It's like, oh,
I
Kirby, yeah.
really, yeah, that's true. I really hope they bring some of the like lesser known N64 titles because so far we've got the ones that are traditionally associated with the console,
I think
apart
so.
from Winback. Um,
Yeah,
the
Winback
rest of
was
them are
gonna be.
pretty solid. But
Yeah,
I want I mean Conker's Bad Fur Day, obviously that would be another classic rare one, but
I wonder if they would.
I would like Wet Tricks, I would like Body Harvest, I would like Mischief Makers, all of these randomly obscure titles that I remember renting from my local video games retailer. Well, video and video games retailer. You know when
I've
you used to rent games,
Yeah, I've heard of those
play them
last
for
two
two
games,
nights, and then give
but
them
I know
back.
very little about them. Body Harvest and Mischief Maker.
Oh,
I've heard those names, but
they were very fun and like Mystical Ninja.
that one I
Um,
have heard of. Yep, yep,
yeah,
yep.
I Iggy's Wrecking Balls is forever one of my N64 games that honestly I've never met anyone that's ever played Iggy's Wrecking Balls, but it was one of my favorite N64 games. It was so weird. It was like, have you heard of Iggy's Wrecking Balls?
I haven't even heard of that one, unfortunately.
No. It was literally these tiny spheres with faces. They were characters, but they were just balls, and they
Mhm.
kind of had wacky faces and wacky designs. But you had to race along these tracks that were. It's a really weird concept to explain, but it was essentially a racing game, but with balls, and you had this like grappling arm, but the tracks were like really zany. There was like speed up points, loop the loops. It was just really weird and wacky. Yeah,
So,
Google Iggy's Wrecking Balls if you're ever curious. It was like I said, a game that I played on the N64 that I loved, but I've never met anyone that's ever played it, and I wish I could.
I will be sure to give it a look. I'm hoping if it's well, like you said, it's not impossible that we could get some of these more obscure games coming to the service. So I'm interested to see what happens. I know
Yeah,
that the
hopefully.
first few months is going to be the big ones. Like what have we gotten so far? We
Hmm.
gotten Paper Mario, Banjo Kazooie's Majora's Mask, F-Zero X. As far as the games that they've confirmed are coming to the service, we know Pokemon Snap is coming at some point. We know Kirby 64 is coming at some point. I'm sure there's more that are just
Hmm.
not coming to me at the moment. I know Mario Golf as well, the original one. That's on the list as well of
Hmm.
games that are coming. So there's a lot to look forward to if you enjoy the 64 games and
GoldenEye,
have it. And
maybe.
GoldenEye is not impossible. It's not impossible. Like I feel like if Banjo Kazooie made it, I feel like GoldenEye could as well. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see what happens with that. I hope so. But if not GoldenEye, maybe the licensing might be an issue. But if not GoldenEye, then Perfect Dark I think
perfect.
is.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit of Perfect Dark when I was little. My friend had that one as well, so I had a few matches of that. That's a fun game. Anyways,
Yeah, definitely.
I suppose we
Winback is
should.
a little bit similar to Perfect Dark.
Oh, have you played it?
Yeah, a little bit. I played it for about half an hour. It was actually
Okay,
it didn't it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. Like I
okay,
was quite surprised. I enjoyed it.
okay. I have to
Excuse
give it
me.
a look. I mean, I'm going to give it a look. It's on the itinerary to play at some point during
I use
this.
the word it's like Perfect Dark loosely. It's probably nothing like Perfect Dark, but it is like the same sort of genre.
Okay. Yes. So with
Uh,
that, we will go ahead and wrap up this episode up. I want to thank everyone for coming out. Look forward to eventually me checking out Winback, along with a bunch of other games as well. I'm really getting down to the wire on these N64 games. Like I've played a good amount of them already. There's not a lot of them so far. So I think I will be taking just a little bit of a break next week. So next week's episode of Does It Hold Up is going to be a Genesis games. I'm going to be playing Shinobi 3 and Strider. Those are going to be my next two games I'm playing, and that's going to be next Monday. I want to say at. I actually have a lot of free time. I could do it whenever I wanted to because I don't have Monday off. Um, let's say 6 p.m. on Monday. I think that's a nice square time to do that. So 6 p.m. on Monday, I'll be doing Strider 3. I'm sorry, now Shinobi 3 and Strider. Oh dear. As far as this week is concerned, I got a big stream coming up on Friday. It's going to be the release of the Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pack, and I'm going to be doing it as a charity stream. I'm still working at the details of that, but I've already got a few guests lined up for that. I'm going to be having Kelly from our podcast. Grayson's going to be on there. We're going to have former guests from our podcast. Odell Harmon is going to be on there, and my boy George, who's on chat earlier, is going to be on there as well. Got a nice group going on here. My good friend Zach is likely going to be on there. So that's already like 6 people, of course, including myself. I'm hoping to get even more. I'm still contacting people. You can have up to 12 people, so I'm seeing if I can max that out. Yeah, I probably won't, but that's already a good list already if I can't get anyone else. But that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. Should be a lot of fun. Also, I want to announce this right now. It didn't quite make the stream schedule because this was a last minute kind of decision. But I've talked. Speaking of the podcast, I was talking to Jarrell earlier today, and it seems like Jarrell and I, as well as our other two podcasters, Gabe and Kelly, are going to be trying to do our first live podcast. So we're planning to do that this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be recorded, and of course, it'll go off your regular podcast services afterwards. But if you want to catch the podcast live, then you could check us out at that time. Again, that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be streamed right here on our Twitch, and we have no idea how this is going to go. I don't know what the topics are. Jarrell won't be able to edit out any of that stuff because it's live. So there you go. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to try this Sunday to get another episode of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm very happy to see that despite us taking a few months off Skyward Sword for personal reasons, we still came back to a lot of good viewers. So we definitely want to keep that momentum up. So if myself and Christy are still free, we're definitely going to try to get Skyward Sword HD in because I want to keep going through the story. We're getting close to the end. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. As far as the next time that you'll see Toby on for Does It Hold Up, I do have to go through the list. I have a few games in mind that I'd like to have him on for. I think the next one I'm going to have you on for, Toby, is going to be some Genesis games. There's two that I think you might enjoy. But we will discuss that once I have that solidified. But that is what I'm looking to right now. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome, awesome. Sounds
Now,
good.
yep. Now, before I give up any links and everything, Toby, you're welcome to share anything that you would like to about what you're doing and whatnot.
Um, you can find me on Twitter. If you fancy giving me a follow. Usually posting about gaming stuff. I write the odd review here and there. Um, but yeah, usually about what I'm playing at the moment. I've jumped back into Legends Arceus now because I have finally finished Dragon Quest 11. So yeah, I'm on back on Arceus, and you can find me at Tobes 325, Tobes 325. That's the same on Instagram as well. Yeah, if you like gaming goodness and general geekery, hit me up.
Absolutely. And as far as us are concerned, um, our website hpcritical.com as of this recording is currently down. Our old site is terminated, but we have a new shiny new site with all of our articles and a bunch of cool new things. And we can't wait for you guys to see everything that we have put together for you guys. But it's going to be the same URL, hpcritical.com, once it is live. Definitely follow our social media so you guys can know exactly when the site goes on, so you can check out all of our cool new stuff. And that social media is HP Critical Gaming. That's our Instagram name. Our Facebook name is HP Critical. And our Twitter handle is at critical_HP. Follow any of those for information on the website, as well as other things. When our new stream schedules go out, when streams go live, when we do Monday missions, so you guys can participate in game releases, other miscellaneous posts, whatever we feel like posting, basically. But of course, the most important information from the website will be found in any one of those social media links. You guys can give those a follow to stay up to date on all of that. And, until those come out, there's not much else I can say. But again, stay tuned because we have a lot of cool stuff coming out on the website. So stay tuned. When it's live, we're hoping you guys check it out. But yeah, that's about it. And if you want to follow me personally, I'm at Mr. Louidon on Twitter. And thank you guys again so much. This was a very cool episode. I'm very happy that I got to finally give this game an honest, long, extended look. And I enjoyed it. And I hope I enjoy the next game that we play too. But until then, you guys have a wonderful night and take care. Bye!
Bye.